All right, so this is an interesting article I seen out of Yahoo Finance I wanted to talk about quick. Warren Buffett accumulated 99% of his net worth after 50 and didn't become a billionaire until 56. The biggest thing about making money is time. You don't have to be particularly smart. You just have to be patient. And this is something I've said time and time again, and I think that this is a very good reminder for people, for investors, that a lot of people think that the way you make money investing is these get-rich-quick schemes, right? Whether it's leverage, options, whatever the new high-flying tech stock is, penny stocks, meme stocks, you name it. And that stuff can work. I mean, day trading's one of the most common, if not the most common ones as well that you'll hear about. And all of those things can work. The problem is the likelihood of those things working. The likelihood of those things working is very, very unlikely. I mean, how many day traders are billionaires or even people worth 100 million? Like, I bet you there's virtually none, if not any. How many, I mean, again, there's probably the odd meme coiner that meme stalker that got rich, and the odd, people buying the high-flying tech. I mean, that probably has worked. The problem, again, with those things is that how do you know when to get out, right? I mean, look at ARK. I mean, it had that massive upswing in 2021, and then it got absolutely destroyed in 2022. And a lot of people probably held for a long time, or maybe they got out when they were down again. Look at Nvidia right now. So again, there's example after example of that kind of stuff. But the hard reality is that the most likely scenario to get rich is to simply buy good companies and hold them for a long time. That is the most likely scenario, because if you do that, it's a virtual guarantee. Like, it's not a guarantee, but it's a virtual guarantee, right? It is a virtual guarantee because the more patient you are, the more likely you are to succeed, right? I mean, when you look at Buffett here, his journey to becoming a billionaire is remarkable, considering that he accumulated 99% of his net worth after turning 50. His early life set the foundation for his future achievements. By 21, he was worth $20,000, 26, $140,000. By 30, he was $1 million. So again, it took him over a decade of investing just to become a millionaire, and over 30 years to become a billionaire. And I mean, when it comes to Warren Buffett, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan. I mean, he still refuses to admit he's wrong about Bitcoin. He did benefit quite a bit from the bank bailouts after '08. Again, there is certainly reasons to be critical, and I think that some people put him on too much of a pedestal, but the example here still remains. It still remains abundantly clear, right? Just buy good companies and hold them. Ignore the noise. Personally, it boggles my mind that people see a 10, 20, even 30% pullback and get super concerned, right? It just boggles the mind. Because, again, if you're holding low-quality companies, yeah, you should sell, but you shouldn't be holding them in the first place. If you're holding good-quality companies, if anything, you're going to be happy because that just provides you an opportunity to buy at an even better price, right? So that is the reality of this, right? I just wanted to make this message abundantly clear because, I mean, this is my plan, my strategy, my plan when it comes to investing is, again, stop trying to worry about the get-rich-quick schemes. Stop that. It's possible that can work out, but it's extremely unlikely, right? At the end of the day, investing is also about playing the odds. And the odds are, the more patient you are, the more likely you'll be to succeed. The more patient you are, the more likely you'll be to succeed. And again, I don't think the average person, the goal should be to become a billionaire because it's unrealistic. Millionaire, extremely realistic, especially, if inflation keeps up the way it's been recently, right? So I think that that's completely realistic. I mean, if you invest 5,000, whatever, 6,000 or 65, 7,000. I think it's between 6,000 and 7,000, the TFSA limit, and I think it's the same in the States as well for theirs. if you simply do that for 30 or 40 years, there's no reason you can't become a millionaire. I mean, if you play your cards well, I think you should be able to turn that into probably 2 or 3 million. Right? If you buy the right companies, you sell covered calls, you don't panic, I think you could turn it into 2 or 3 million. Right? So again, just wanted to make a quick video about this because I think that this is the key to Buffett's success. Again, I don't think he's necessarily the greatest stock picker of all time, especially over the last 20 years or so. He clearly isn't. But what he is good at is holding and not panicking and not being emotional.